So that was not an easy decision to make. I felt like a really bad athlete, and that's a whole different conversation for a whole nother day. I'm not gonna say that this is the prep series because the prep isn't that impressive. She's here!
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day. It has been forever since I logged back in to hang out with y'all, and so much has happened. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Gia. I'm a girl just generally trying my best. I dabble in DIY, a little bit of powerlifting, just kind of hanging out, living my best life, or at least I'm trying. The last time that we hung out, I was getting ready for New York State champs.
Good. Keep going. Up.
And for Gia, is good.
That was in March, and it is now May, and it's like the end of May, so sorry. Here's a rundown. My computer died, and I lost all of the footage that I had. So that's since been rectified, and everything is going good, but I kind of gave up. That was really disheartening. And instead of recreating it or pushing forward, I decided to hard launch my DIY girly era. And that explains why I have a half-finished rescued from the roadside table and 4 chairs sitting in my garage. Originally, I thought that I was going to be like a woodworker extraordinaire and just like fix my existing chairs that are a little wobbly. No. Hard pass. When I got bored of that, I jumped into garden talk, and I thought that I could create this like glorious raised garden bed along my fence line for a little bit of privacy, a little bit of produce. No, got bored of that too. So now I just have a couple terracotta pots with way too many plants shoved into them. The weather finally got nice in the region where I live, so we jumped into yard maintenance and home ownership. That's pretty cool. I do like being a homeowner, and I will say at this point in my life, I am okay with spending every Sunday tending to my yard. And now here we are at the end of May trying to just get back into the swing of things. Jordan competes literally next week, so we're driving a couple hours away for his competition. Very exciting stuff. And I compete again in September at USAPL Raw Nats. So the prep for that officially starts next month because I had some travel plans. And so I was like, let's not start this month. But like, I need to be recreating those habits. And what better way to maintain accountability than by posting everything out on the internet for everyone to see. I'm not going to say that this is the prep series because I'm just not that good of an athlete. The prep isn't that impressive. If you can hear it in my voice, I'm ill. I traveled last weekend. I went to Florida to visit my bestie. I miss her already. And when I came back, my tonsils swelled up, my nose got stuffy. I thought it was just allergies. It may or may not be allergies. I don't know. What I do know is I sound a little bit worse than I feel. I woke up feeling real bad, but now it's 11. So we had a very slow morning, and I'm slowly starting to come to. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to make a buff coffee. I did not have buff coffee this morning because I did not do a good job of hydrating before I caffeinated. So I had decaf coffee. I love waking up and having a hot cup of coffee. But if I'm supposed to drink water first, then it like defeats the purpose. And then it's no fun. And so what I have found is that I wake up, I have my hot black decaf coffee with my breakfast. I hydrate, I go about my day. And then mid-morning, I can have a buff coffee to caffeinate. So that's what we're going to do. How do we feel about creamy coffee today? I think that sounds like the move. I do have caramel frappe. My order is literally supposed to arrive today with mocha and also cold brew, I think, and the caramel sundae protein. And what did I get? I got iced tea lemonade buff pump, and my greens are coming back because they've been out of stock. So I'm really excited for today's order. So we will probably have a little buff chick drinky drink later on as well. We should go to the gym today. I've not done that yet. I haven't started my day 1 yet this week. So we should go to the gym today. We'll see. I do not have fun little cups, and that does make me sad. Drinky drinks are good, but drinky drinks in fun little cups are better, objectively. All right, what am I doing? So as part of getting back on track and reestablishing routines, I am going to start tracking my food again. I was in a little bit of a deficit. I went down, I think, 4-ish pounds. And I had stopped tracking. That wasn't a full scoop. Let's top that off. I had stopped tracking and I was doing a pretty good job of maintaining intuitively, which is cool. I went on vacation, definitely some bloat from the plane, which makes me a little nervous because Nats will be the first competition that I'm flying for. So I do want to make sure that my weight is like very comfortable before I get on the plane. But a little bit of bloat, I think, from the plane, definitely just from eating different foods than what I would normally eat. We ate out a bit more, so definitely more sodium. Coming home and being sick, I just ate all day. I mean, oh my God. So this morning we're up, quote unquote, up 2 pounds. I think I'm actually up 2 pounds? No, but I want to start tracking and getting back into a routine, plugging all my data into MacroFactor and letting her work her magic. So that's what we're going to do. So this morning I had a packet of instant oatmeal with a half scoop of Buff Whey oatmeal cookie. If you follow Alex Edwards, aka just another if you follow Alex Edwards, aka just another fit chick, Proats, Proats in the morning. That's almost bought the oat brand because she's like my idol, but I didn't because I'm cheap and instant oatmeal was like a third of the price at my grocery store. So I just got the instant oatmeal and that's okay. That is what it is. So either way, Proats with a little bit of peanut butter in it and 2 slices of microwave bacon because I was lazy and I did not want to turn the stove on to make anything else. One thing about me is that I will only be doing microwave breakfasts from here on out, unless it is a weekend. Then we feast. But I had that with my decaf coffee with a little bit of sugar-free caramel syrup, and I sat on the couch. And I did not do very much, so my house is a mess. I logged into work to check my messages, saw that nobody needed immediate attention, and then I logged back out. So I definitely have to get started on that. Yesterday, I started a load of laundry with Daphne's toys because they smell and they're stinking up my living room. So I put them all in a little mesh bag and I put them in the washer and then I forgot about them. So I have to go downstairs and respin that, and I want to get them outside to dry. There's a lot more that I should do also, but we're going to set the bar really low. We're going to enjoy a nice buff coffee. We're going to start that laundry. We're going to go upstairs and we're going to get some work done. And we'll just go from there. I need a taller jar. That doesn't work super well. But creamy coffee. I really thought that caramel was going to be my fave out of the 2 that I got so far. But oh my God, creamy coffee. I understand why it's out of stock. I'm sad, but I understand why it's out of stock. She's here. Daphne was barking, and I assumed that just meant someone was walking, running, there were children playing, she saw a bird, literally anything sets her off. But no, it was the delivery man, so Buff Chick is here, and that seems like a great reason to stop working. This is my pantry restock haul, so she's definitely heftier than what I would normally order. So we got cold brew. I'm a little late to the bandwagon, but I'm excited to try it. We also got the mocha. I'm not a huge mocha fan, but it was there and I was already buying a ton of stuff. So I was like, if I'm going to try it, now's the time. So we got mocha. We got Buff Pump because I train in the evenings and I've been trying to just reduce overall caffeine, which is ironic. She says after she just purchased 2 more Buff coffees. So I literally have 4 tubs of Buff coffee trying to cut down on caffeine. Whatever. Buff Pump in iced tea lemonade. I'm very excited to try this one. I am a sour lemon girly through and through, but I already have a ton of those in my pantry. Big fan of the blue raz, but I'm ready for something a little different, something that's less aggressive, right? I feel like supplements have a very specific flavor profile and it's always like very aggressive sweet or overly sour flavors, and that's the MO. So this is interesting to me and I'm very excited. We also got greens. It took everything in me not to get like 4 of these, but I was like, you don't need them. You don't need them. So I just got the 1 and we'll see what happens. And we'll probably end up ordering more. Or they'll run out of stock and then I'll kick myself for not ordering more. But I love the lime. Lime greens. Those are my favorite. If you have not tried these, I don't know why. You should. Finally, the star of the show, caramel sundae. I'm gonna put this in a Ninja Creamy. I bought sugar-free pudding specifically for that. And I also want to do this with the cold brew. Oh my God, I think it's going to be so good. And I know they have a caramel frappe flavor anyway, and I have it and it's delicious. But if I can just like add a little bit more protein to it, and then, I mean, why would I not? Why would I not? So we're probably gonna try that later today.
An update on that front, it absolutely slaps. It is nothing like the caramel frappe flavor because the caramel frappe flavor is sweeter, like way sweeter. This, because of the cold brew and only a half scoop of the protein, like just the right amount of caramel, it's yummy. I highly recommend it.
So that's a buff chick haul, and that is not what I came down here for. I actually came down here to make lunch, so I think we're going to clean up and do that as well. I'm not usually a sandwich girly, but something this week was like, you know what? Not only do you want a sandwich, but you want a sandwich with 3 different types of deli meats on it, and there's nothing that anybody can do to stop you. And that is so weird for me. I picked it up, and Jordan was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you buying that? Because it's just not anything that I eat. But it just sounded so good. And then I got these little sub rolls. Let me tell you, it is like liberating to be able to just kind of pick and choose what you want to eat when you want to eat it. That's not something that I've ever really done, because whenever I did that, I always gained a ton of weight and I couldn't like moderate and maintain. There was no real balance. It was always like 0 or 100. I was either tracking every morsel and super strict, or I was just like binging and throwing food in my face as fast as I could. And recently I've noticed a shift in that, and it's cool. And never in my life did I think that I could have like a sandwich on this cute little roll every day with like 3 different deli meats on it and not feel bad about myself, which is a problem in and of itself and a different conversation. But I just feel like we're thriving right now. All that to say, I feel like we're in a very good era. We're thriving, we're doing well, and there's a modicum of balance. The only problem is I'm at this point where all I want is balance, but also I'm going to nationals, and I qualified for nationals after like 3 years of working towards it. So why am I going to sabotage that right now when I could just suck it up for like 3 more months and keep it tight? And I know that's what I'm going to do, but not this week. This week, we're going to have our sandwich. Something that I am trying to do, though, is at least hold myself accountable. So I'm not restricting. I have like my goals set up in my app, but I'm not really adhering to them in a sense. So they're less of a goal and more of a guideline right now. But I am trying to track a little bit more consistently so that I can at least be accountable for what I am consuming, and I can get back into the habit of tracking, because sometimes just something as simple as pulling out the scale and weighing it as I go is a habit that has to be rebuilt, because it's so much easier to just put food on my plate. Oh, I didn't zero that. I do think that I have more of a perspective on how much I'm eating, even if I don't weigh it. Like I kind of guesstimated this sandwich yesterday. It was close enough, right? For something that's not so serious yet. A little turkey on there. Again, I didn't zero it. We also bought grapes this week, and neither one of us has felt like cleaning them, so we've both been passive-aggressively ignoring them in the fridge. I don't know why I was procrastinating that. That was easy. I used to pull them off the stem, and I think that's why I was procrastinating it, because that part is a little bit more tedious, but I literally didn't. I literally dumped them in and put them under the water. There she is. We're going to go back upstairs. We're going to take a working lunch because I procrastinated really bad this morning. And that's it. Oh, those are really good grapes. So I started editing the clips from earlier, and this entire thing is basically just a really poorly done what I eat in a day. I don't know how we got there. I guess that's just the most interesting thing going on for me today, but that's where we're at. And the next question is, should we have a coffee caramel sundae mix, or should we just have caramel sundae on her own? The pro tip is to use a fork to dig out your protein scoops. Voila. I did that this morning too. If you put the protein powder in before the liquid, we can't be friends and you're a monster. It's all cakey on the bottom, I feel like. A cup of milk and about half a cup of water because I want more shake, but I don't want that much Fairlife. Don't make a mess, don't make a mess, don't make a mess. Okay, make a mess. Oh, I chose the wrong vessel. I should have gotten a bigger cup. All right, we need a bigger cup. This isn't working. Not actually 100% sure if this is bigger or just a different shape. Good. Same exact size by volume. Excellent. Oh, good. I spilled it. Okay. Well, we're falling apart. Hope this is worth it. Wow, that's very good. So the pro tip is to always put ice in all of your drinky drinks because they will always be better cold. Yes. The other pro tip is to put fat-free whipped cream on everything because it's fun. Cheers, bestie. Oh my God, that's so good. After way too much debate, I decided not to go to the gym because I'm gross, and that was definitely the right decision. I went back and forth today about whether or not to go to the gym. I was technically supposed to train today, but I've been sick, as we have discussed, and we decided that I probably shouldn't go because that's irresponsible to everybody else at the gym, and I tend to make the wrong decision when I don't feel well. I don't take care of myself, and then I don't get better, and it's a vicious cycle, really. So that was not an easy decision to make. I felt like a really bad athlete, and that's a whole different conversation for a whole nother day. But ultimately, it was the right decision because shortly after I began my sit on the couch and rot period, I think the medicine that I'd been taking all day wore off because my nose is so stuffed, and I'm eating cough drops like candy. So cheers. That's where we're at. And that's where we're gonna be for the rest of the night. So I'm going to hang out with Daphne, wait for Jordan to come home, give it like another hour. If he's not home in another hour, I'm just gonna go ahead and make myself dinner. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Not a very busy day, but you know what? I got some good work done. I checked some things off my to-do list at work today, and given that that is what pays my bills, that's probably the priority right now. So if you made it this far, thank you. I'm Gia. I'm a powerlifter. I'm a homeowner. I'm a DIYer. I'm trying my best, and I would love it if you would subscribe and hang out with me next time.